Ba-dum bum bum bum. Slap back, chat frat. Slap back, chat frat. Slap back, jelly frat. Slap back, jelly frat. Slap back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Slapback Chat Frat. This evening we have Mr. Russell Garnett.
Hi.
Hello, Russell. How are you doing?
Oh, great. Oh, great.
That's
How are
nice to
you?
have you back.
How are you?
Doing good. Doing
Yep.
great.
Cool. Anybody
And
else
Mr.
on the show tonight?
Joe Butterball.
Russell Garnett. Hello.
And Mr.
Thought we'd
Dickie
do a bit
Fontaine.
more than that if I'm
This is the rehearsed one.
Oh,
Welcome back, gentlemen. How are you all doing? You all right?
Yeah, well, thank you. I've just got pizza delivered. Yeah.
Oh
nice.
my god! Wow.
Oh yeah.
What sort of pizza
Very
you
nice.
I've got it's like a mega mix meat thing. So it's got like all the meats, garlic and herb dip, and then a smattering of wedges on top. So yeah.
got? Ooh.
Nice. And is that from a kind of a chain or one of your a local authentic Italian pizzeria?
Definitely local, definitely authentic, definitely Italian. It's called Pizza Amore.
Ooh.
Well, say no amore.
Say no more.
Nicely done there. Very nice.
They can have that. That's good.
It's fucking beat this though.
Is
And
it
when
a
you go
stuffed
in-
crust?
No stuffed crust. It's just
So not
massive.
authentic then. So not that authentic.
It's not authentic in any way. Also, amore is spelled omore. Not
Oh,
amore.
bore.
Nice.
Oh,
Is it right that that
Is it Irish?
crust in
Yeah.
pizza?
It's an Irish pizza. Not quite like Chicago deep dish, but it's
Pizza
not
amore.
quite Italian either. It's an interesting combination, but I'll let you know how it goes as we progress on.
Okay, yeah. Keen to see you eat that.
All right.
Do they?
This is our ASMR
Are
podcast.
they
we're listening
English
to.
people who, like, whenever you make your order, they're like contractually bound by the theme of the restaurant to be like, okay, so a mega meat pizza with all the meat, have a bellissimo day.
Bellissimo day. That's what they say. That's what. That's what the.
No,
as
you
well.
you come in and you say I'd like 2 slices of pizza, and they go si amore. And you go, okay, make it 4, and they go bellissimo.
That's our entire business strategy. You just order double the amount.
Is it wedges? Is the wedges part of the topping, or is it just wedges just in the
No,
box?
it's split side wedges that have just been sort of liberally sprinkled over the pizza. Like much
Very
like
nice.
pizza, so.
Yeah.
And what meats are you working with this evening?
Okay, it looks like we've got some spicy beef, we've got some bacon, we've got some pepperoni, what looks to be chicken tikka, regular chicken.
Very, very traditional.
Yeah, very traditional. I think that's the running roster at the second, so yeah.
Feast. That really is a feast.
What's your score rating?
I mean, it tastes good. It's just
Tastes good.
fucking so
Looks
much
good.
on the fucker. I'll give it a 6.
6 out of
11.
6 out of 11.
Tough
Yeah.
man to please in the pizza game.
I think the old restaurant game should broaden their horizons in terms of, like, or not just restaurants, in fact, just us as consumers of food, because when you say all the meats, traditionally you're working with your chickens, your pigs, and your cows.
Absolute classic farmyard animals.
Yeah, you
That's
don't.
your standard meat. Yeah.
No squirrel.
You might go for a lamb, very rarely go for a sheep, ageist, but always a lamb, but never too far from that, the kind of holy triumvirate of farmyard animals. Why would you consider, for example, Fonts, having a bit of rat on your pizza.
I think a bit of rat would go fucking lovely. Like a doner kebab rat, just rat on a
What?
skewer, strip him off,
What
bingo.
what kind of seasoning would make rat right?
Oregano and parsley.
Yes, those.
I always
they'd be
imagine
really
like a
nice.
spicy. I almost imagine like a sort of paprika and chili rub or something.
What's
Oh,
the
wow.
Spicy rat.
what's the
Depends if you want an
furthest?
Italian or a Indian
Very true.
rat.
Right. Yes.
That's true, but he's in a moray. But then again, he is eating tikka, so it's a real.
Really authentic Italian, Indian, Anglo-Indian Italian cuisine / Irish.
It's it's a winning fucking team really. I've just hit up a bit of salami as well in there, which I didn't notice.
Well, it's what you think is salami, but it could be a little bit badger, couldn't it?
Could be a bit of badge. Just a nice little badge.
Famously naturally spicy badger.
And tender.
Yeah.
You might, Fontas, enjoy if it was served to you and you didn't know the ingredients. It could be one juicy rat,
Yeah.
a little freshly newborn badger, and a dove.
Mm. I think that would make a solid foundation for a pizza. So
What would that be called?
You'd make the base out of those three animals, and then you'd put more meat on top. That'd be a real meat feast, wouldn't it?
That would be a real meat feast. Well, maybe you can make this so, Russell. You can make me a pizza from your.
Could you have like an animals of farthing wood pizza?
Yeah. The farthing
Okay.
wood. That is a great name.
Yeah.
And they'd have to be killed naturally by a car.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, a natural car killing.
So you have Giuseppe from Pizza Amore just speeding round the little lanes, just trying his best.
Draw them out, bang the edges.
with a passenger kind of banging the saucepan out the window, trying to flush out the rabbits.
And then Giuseppe getting a bit desperate, going into the town centre, seeing old ladies with little poodles on long leads and thinking, oh, I'm in it.
What's the furthest off-piste in terms of animal that you've consumed? So, like, as in, moving away from your chicken, your cow.
I've had a pigeon. I've had a pigeon before.
You've had it. Was that in a restaurant or
It
was
was
that
in a
just
It was in a restaurant.
you saw it and you thought I'm having that pigeon?
Head
Oh,
on.
a classic squab, as they call it there, Russell.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah.
Very tasty.
Love me a bit.
Quite,
Squab. Yeah. Well nice.
not as much meat as a chicken, but good. Nice. What have you had, Fontaine? What meats have you sampled from the world?
I feel like we're in for a ride here. I mean,
I
A
reckon-
can of worms, so to speak,
probably had a can of worms.
I mean,
for
Monkey.
breakfast this morning.
it's just your usual, like kangaroo, springbok,
Yeah.
bison, I don't know.
Classic.
crocodile.
Ooh.
That's quite, I wouldn't say that's.
Squirrel?
You can't preface eating crocodile with, your usual. Like,
Well, yeah, that is.
that's enough off piece
But,
to.
like, people have always eaten like I don't know, like fucking snails, frogs' legs, and things like that. So,
How did you eat the croc? Did you catch him?
yeah, I rustled him.
You rustled him
And
right
then
out.
just ate him just straight through the skin. Amazing.
And then used the skin for those lovely pair of croc skin boots you've got.
Oh yeah. I used a full croc. I got a full croc.
I'd love you in a crocodile suit. That would be like I know it's
I
I know it's unethical.
Yeah.
I know it's unethical. If you could ethically source a full crocodile suit, that's a thing.
You'd
I
be,
mean, if you-
you'd be Jimmy Nail for the 21st
Jimmy
century.
Nail.
If you're going to wear a leather jacket, you can wear a crocodile suit. I mean, it's
That's right, yeah.
morally no different, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
get yourself a crocodile suit.
Exactly the same thing, Web. So yeah. All right.
You
Next
could
one.
wear a human wetsuit. Same difference. We're all animals.
I would. Tell you what, I would quite like to try some human just to see what it tastes like.
It would be interesting. What do you think it would be closest to? Probably monkey.
Yeah,
closest to
that takes me all know so well.
But you like generic meats? Pork, I guess, maybe? Because
Um,
we're not like nowhere near as big as a cow, We're not,
No.
but we're not far off.
I think you're onto something there, Fonts. I reckon it would be closest to, or of like the stuff that we know what it tastes like. I reckon it's pork. I reckon.
And
what
it would be
pork
red, fleshy meat, not white meat like a chicken.
No,
Yeah.
it definitely wouldn't be a chickeny meat. No, it'd be. I don't know. Would I be gamey?
Yeah, you'd be.
You look
would-
quite
you'd be
sinewy.
Okay.
You look very sinewy, yeah.
Sinewy. Better pat myself up. Get ready for the
Probably
big Fontaine.
smoked, heavily smoked.
No, you'd be like one of those birds. What are one of those birds that it's illegal to eat these days? What are they called?
Crows.
Ostrich.
Swans.
Keep going.
What
You know, they
birds are
fatten them
illegal
up.
to
They
eat?
fatten them up with
Foie gras, is that?
foie gras. That's you.
Oh,
Foie
what about
Foie gras.
Foie gras.
Yeah. Fucking well taken.
Oh wow.
Just
It's
fatten
so
you
rare.
up
It's-
with roadkill pizzas until you can't move your arms or legs anymore, and then slice open your belly.
Did you any of you ever see that documentary about people who lived on Bodmin Moor? And one of the it was like a BBC documentary. It was all about like people who live kind of slightly in the middle of nowhere, but it was like it all focused, I think, on like inhabitants of Bodmin Moor, kind of eccentric characters. And one of the guys was I think his wife left him either just before the documentary or during it, but he was a big proponent of roadkill, like eating roadkill. So he had like, you know, he was showing you around his freezer, and it was like, you know, a couple of badges, you know, all sorts of stuff in there. And he got a lot of like hate mail and a lot of backlash from people saying he was disgusting. But he was like, no, I'm just going around and picking up what's already there. What's your
free
beef?
meat is what it is.
Free meat.
Free non-purposefully cruel meat. So
Yeah,
basically,
it's quite rare,
the
isn't it?
hero
It's
of our times. You know.
yeah.
Did you know that legally, if you hit, let's say you see a deer and you hit it, you can't
Kind of uppercut.
you southpaw jab. You can't then take that deer home and eat it. But if the car in front of you hits it and knocks it dead, you can. That's the rules.
That's why you need to go as a team.
Squad.
That's
You've got to go
A deer.
That's a classic duo if I've ever seen it.
I mean that's the loophole, isn't it? That's the racket.
That's the one there, man.
I had some vegetarian pepperoni today. I had it highly recommended.
Right.
It's the elusive search for, as a vegetarian, it's the elusive search for something that does actually taste as good as meat. And I had a couple of people WhatsApping me, blowing up my phone, saying, "You got to get corn pepperoni. It's
gonna blow your mind."
It's insane. It's not insane. It's all right.
That's too
but
high.
it's
That's
not.
too high. That's too high a praise, isn't it? You should say, you know what, right? What have you eaten today? Some food, right? This is we like that, but just different. Have a go on it. There you go. Low ball.
I think the less like meat the original meat is, the more you can replicate it. So I've had a hot dog called the company's called Moving Mountains, and their hot dogs, like, they are like identical to hot dogs. But then hot dogs aren't really, I don't know what they are. They're like some
They're reconstituting something, aren't they?
Yeah.
Franken meat,
They're
aren't they?
basically like the bits,
freak
the
meat.
carcass of a chicken, then pressurized through sieve.
Pressure washer.
Whoa,
And
yeah.
only about 40%, 45% of that as well. So yeah.
45% chicken.
Oh.
Carcass.
So it's
Keep
basically
talking.
That should be the advert, shouldn't it? Like, someone spraying the meat off a carcass. 45% sprayed meat. Smashed!
Just less than half put through. Not
Oh,
quite
that's-
half the bird. Bottom half.
We lost you,
Minus the
Russ.
head. Oh, okay.
You've gone full Robo there.
We'll save that for the podcast version.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
it was
back.
good.
He's back. There
You
we
still
go.
here? Yeah.
Yeah. Your face is in full time now.
Full-time face. That's brilliant.
Full-time facing.
He's a full-time face lover.
Okay. Well, who was talking?
Well, it was you, but you were talking like you were a robot drunk. Yeah.
We'll save that. We'll save that for the podcast. But so that was what we're saying. Meats that
Sprayed meat,
food
smashed
that
up meat.
is vegetarian and it's yeah. Well, I've never had the hot dog version. Was it any good, Joe? Or the hot?
Fantastic. Like, just disgustingly kind of exactly what you want from a hot dog. And also, seitan. Have you heard of seitan? This kind of meat substitute?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
you want to try seitan? It's so I've had a.
Devilishly good.
Oh, you need to work in marketing, Russ. Or as a headline writer for the Sun. But it's it's really good. There's a shop just up the road from me, which does basically like KFC but for vegetarians, and they they batter this stuff. It's like, I'd say the hot dog's like indistinguishable. This is probably like you're 90% to maybe 80% towards a KFC, near enough that it's like not so close that I think, I don't know, it's hard to say because I've been vegetarian for quite a long time now, but I don't think.
Oh, you don't need to tell us about it.
But yeah. What I was trying to say was, I don't know if you would eat it and mistake it for, and I can't tell.
That would be a true test, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So I reckon you would take a bite and be like, this is meat, and then you would take another bite and be like, something's up with this. By the third bite, you'd be thinking, this chicken is diseased.
Right.
But you might still be thinking it's a chicken.
How would you feel, Fontes, if this whole episode was actually a test on you? We had arranged for that meat pizza to be delivered earlier, and it's actually entirely made of sweet corn.
It's entirely made of corn.
Mushroom
Sweet
protein.
corn.
A bloody good job at it, basically. It's all like, it doesn't feel like real meat anyway, any of it. So, yeah.
That's true.
You guys passed the test. Switch that test back on your ass. Very nice. Yeah.
Do you want to try the meat grown from stem cells, Fonts?
Yes.
Would you be up for that?
I want to try any meat substitute or meat. It doesn't matter. I'm easy.
What
I
about
had a
rat
vegan-
meat substitute?
What's that? Sorry.
What about rat meat substitute?
Exactly.
It's like-
yeah. Give that.
Yeah,
a
it'd be.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be probably well tasty. No, I had a vegan steak. That didn't
No?
work. Yeah.
Where did you have it? What was it from?
Well, no, it was a I had it in my house. My housemate brought it. She was like, "Do you want to try this out? It's probably gonna be gross." So I was like, "All right." It's kind of.
What was the
right.
brand? Was it like a Quorn thing?
It
Lindt
Like
wasn't
Nike
Quorn, it
or
was more
something?
more of a boutique brand. I have no idea what the brand was, man. I didn't really pay attention.
A bit more like
New Balance.
New Balance.
New Balance, yeah. It was a Sports Direct vegan steak. It was fucking. Yeah, it was okay.
Leon, they'd do that kind of thing, wouldn't they?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too clued up on my meat substitute manufacturers, sadly. So,
Me either.
that's the downfall with it. But it was kind of, it was like a beef
Sea
steak,
salt.
but it was all right. It was, yeah. However, the chicken, like, if you get like vegan chicken nuggets, maybe not vegan, vegetarian chicken nuggets, pretty fucking similar, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like.
A lot of that is about the nugget, isn't it? It's about the bread coating.
Yeah, it's anything that's coated seems to be, and supposed to be recreating chicken, because chicken obviously doesn't taste that much. Chicken breast, anyway. So yeah, it's not bad. And then obviously you've got your your vegan steak bake, vegan sub, vegan Mariana, etc. They basically taste exactly the same. So
Have you tried a Greg's sausage roll, vegan sausage roll?
yeah, it's better than the original.
Yeah, they're good. Would you say?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, the original was really bad. So basically, what they've done is just like take it's the same consistency as the original. The original is obviously just cold shit meat, and then it's just full of spice. and the spice tastes better than the original roll.
So are you speculating that Greg's played the long game, and about 20 years ago they came out with the sausage roll and thought, guys, let's just make this sweet, juicy, but awful, knowing that in 2020 they could release the vegan sausage roll and flip it and
capitalise on that. Yeah,
exactly.
Guys, I've got a great idea. Lower the bar. Let's make something right. Yeah, let's. Yeah.
Gotta wait until vegetarianism is like super cool, and then boom.
And they started working with Piers Morgan 20 years ago, where they were like, right, you are going to be an editor.
Yeah.
You're going to disgrace yourself. Then you're going to go on to be
You've got to look where that is. Before you agree to this pact, there's some things you need to do for us. Princess Diana, right. If you want to board this gravy train, a few more things. And hence, I think they've probably created Piers Morgan's career. And we'll pump you up with some Twitter followers. Yeah. We'll inject 100k every 6 months as soon as Twitter's invented. In 2007.
Which we are
relying on a lot of things being invented. Isn't it?
No.
Prior to that, we will get you.
That's the conspiracy. Greg's invented Twitter. See, they knew.
Greg actually invented every social network of the past 15 years.
But they also said, like, right at the end of the phone call, they said, Piers Morgan, we're going to get you fame. We're going to get you fortune. Oh, sure, you're going to be fired in disgrace, but you're going to have all the money you can dream of. But one day, a call will come, and you are going to have to go heavily opinionated against a vegan sausage roll. No matter what your
you will need to
feelings
manufacture that opinion.
One day, a call will come, and that call is coming as sure as my name is Mr. Greg's.
And I, as Mr. Greg, will uphold.
As sure as my name is Greg Greggs, the founder of Frat.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
Yes, it is. 50 million a year. Yes, it is. We will invent Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter and give you the prime real estate on each platform, allocating you upwards of 100,000 followers in MySpace this time. We'll make you close friends with Tom. We'll do the whole deal.
Yeah, we know Tom.
When that day comes, you need to respect our wishes.
A favour will be called in that you cannot back out from. Obviously, it's quite a small favour. You just have to send a tweet. But you might be asking why we're going to so much trouble to.
But I've approved this with bosses, so I really need to make some moves now. If I'm honest, Piers, I've gone in too deep on this deal. It's not actually in our favour. It's quite heavily in your favour. Inventing a lot of internet technology, not cashing in on any of that. Giving you the car, the house, the job on CNN. None of this you're qualified to do.
And if I'm honest, I've masterminded this whole plan. I'm out of my depth a little bit because we're putting a lot of money into technology right now to fulfill my vision, and not a lot's going into the baking side of things. So we've really got to make this work because I've got a whole team of people working on inventing social media over here.
But they're all just bakers.
Yeah. With baking on the sideline, we have now 89% of our budget is invested in social media. The other 11%. Once wages and overheads are taken out, it's only 2% on actual food. We don't buy real food anymore. We can't, which is why we need to go vegan, Piers.
You've got to make this work for me. I've made some really bad moves, Piers. You've got to help me out.
Mano.
I love the thought of just someone coming up with such a ridiculously, pointlessly elaborate plan where it's like, right, you're going to be an editor, okay? No, don't worry, I'm going to make some calls. I'm going to get you into the mirror. Right, okay, but we're going to have to get you out of the mirror in order to be an opinionated mouthpiece on social media. How am I going to get you out of the mirror? I'm going to start a war. Then I'm gonna get you to take some pictures of people who are supposed to be in that war. Don't worry about how I'm gonna. No. Don't worry about the war.
Details,
That's
Piers. Focus on that tweet. Start drafting now.
it's all right, and it's done. I've already allocated another 90% of our budget.
Tony Blair. Greg's is now a munitions company. I'll be honest with you. We've had venture capital in social media, but that money is now reinvested in military defence. He needs to invest in nuclear weaponry. Otherwise, Piers, stuff's going to go wrong.
It's the great underlying conspiracy that controls everything. Amazing.
Yeah. How one man's story of starting a war in order to sell a vegan sausage roll in 20 years' time.
The long
Here's
game.
Morgan. Yeah, talking head. I just came along for the ride.
Right place, right time.
who plays Piers Morgan in the future?
Oh, what in the kind of feature film of? I don't know. That's a tough one.
I think it would have to be Timothée Chalamet, wouldn't it? Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. But
Or Woody Allen.
I don't think. Okay, so I don't think that he should be wearing a fat suit because Timothée Chalamet famously very skinny. I think the direction he should get is you've got to create the illusion of weight through your physicality. So it'd just be this really skinny little boy going trying to give himself a double chin at all times.
Dan, have we got a quiz? Are we doing a quiz then?
Well, we might have a quiz. I have devised the game. It's in its infancy, so I'm not really sure exactly how it's going to work. But each round, there's going to be a statement, and I will read that statement. And then there's like, you three will all have an opportunity in a space of about 10 or 15 seconds to answer that in a way that you think will be that will win the favour of the other people in the thing that are playing. So you can't vote for yourself, but you are aiming to win a vote from someone else. So like sort of Britain's Got Talent. Like imagine Britain's Got Talent, but you're all voting against each other. So you can't vote for yourself.
With the three contenders, you're going to answer this question. We need to come up with something, and either it's a statement, or we need to juggle, or we need to do something impressive that is then going to crush the opposition. There'll be a voting system, and whoever's the best at speaking, or the best physically, juggling, or whatever it might be, motorcycling.
Can I say, stop
is
saying
crowned
juggling.
the victor.
Yeah.
We know you're going to juggle, all right? Stop saying juggling. Stop just seeding your little juggling routine.
Random examples.
Could be
juggling.
anything.
It could be
Could be a
unicycling.
really good. Yeah, could be brilliant juggling. Could be really good juggling.
It could be exceptional, unique juggling. But
the people that are going to be scoring it are yourselves. So you're only fighting against yourselves, and you're only people that are going to be like your.
So who would juggling? If it were juggling, I don't want to talk about juggling over and over. It would be the best juggler as voted for by the people.
And I'm out of the voting, so it's going to be just between.
So basically, we just vote for what we like the most.
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah, there we go.
Content wins.
But you can't vote for yourself.
Content is
vote for
content
yourself.
king.
Yeah, you just vote for
That's exactly right, Ollie.
Yeah.
There we go. We got there in the end. Okay, right.
Whatever dazzles and amazes you the most, whatever you see and you think, wow, gravity can't defy that. How does it make sense? That's the thing you vote for.
But what will happen is each round someone will be effectively voted out, and then there'll be a head to head, and then that will repeat itself. After the head to head, you'll be back in again. So it's like a little
okay, got it.
A little a battle off. Okay, right. So could some? Oh, in fact, I'll do it.
I'm limbering up.
Stopwatch. How long do you reckon? 10 seconds? 15 seconds?
Yeah, 15 seconds.
I reckon 15 or 20.
5.
I reckon the short will be better. Okay.
Well, yeah, up to you,
3
Dan.
to 5, as much as I need.
I reckon just in and out, just little things. Okay, so the first one. So you can interpret these however you want. Say that again. What did you say?
Who are you speaking to now?
Well, I'm speaking to all of you, so I'm just saying that we're gonna do like 15-second each round, isn't it? Is that right?
As long as you need.
Okay, so right, the first one is you've got Ollie. You've got 15 seconds to say something sexy.
Ah, je ne sais comprendre pas. That's me done. That's
5 more seconds,
Beautiful.
Ollie.
That's great. Okay, right. So that's the first one. Okay, Joe, you can start. Go.
I can start what?
So you're all gonna do the same round, and then you're all gonna.
I see.
So like it's everybody gets one go at the this one thing, and then you're gonna vote who you like the most out of the three of you.
Okay, all right. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do some ASMR. Oh, look at you're a lovely little boy. Oh, yeah. Oh, you lovely.
Beautiful. That's great. That's done.
Quiet. Okay, there you go.
That's very good. That's very good. Okay, Russ, this is you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Start. Go.
Buongiorno. Welcome to Amelone Pizza. Would you like a meat feast, or would you like amore with that? 2 slices or 4 slices? Arrivederci.
Brilliant. Okay, so I guess you're gonna have a score, Ollie. You're gonna have a scoring system of like 2 or 1. You can vote. So without saying what you're gonna give the other persons, in your head, think about either of those, and you have to score 1, 2, and the other one 1. The higher the score, the better, the winner. So in your mind, think of that score. Joe, you now have to think the same thing.
Yeah.
Russ, you do the same thing. So you can't change your score. So.
Okay.
So, Ollie, what do you score, Joe? In fact, just message. Why don't you?
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1. Okay.
Sorry, Russ.
Who got 2?
Joe.
Well,
Yeah, we got 2. It was
You
just a
kidding
close-up beard.
It was quite. it was quite
Right,
saucy.
it's like, I'm now Danny. This is weird. You know, like, from my perspective, yeah.
To be honest, I really did slip into some unpleasant place.
It was the unpleasant.
Yeah,
I
I
enjoyed
wasn't.
pizza time though, so it was a hard one. But no, let's fix it by a little bit.
Oh,
2-1.
that was very good. That was very nice. Okay, Joe.
Both
can you now-
incredibly strong. To be honest, Ollie was winning it up until the last second of Russ's when he did that little.
Yeah, that fade out. Human
I'm so
fade out was amazing.
Yeah.
The seduction of surprise.
You had it in the bag, Ollie, right until the last second. So I'm sorry. I'll go 2-1 to Russ.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh.
To be fair, that's completely fair.
Hello, Russ. What's your?
Joe's was so sexy, I had to sort of close it off and close off a part of my brain to stop it from like getting in. So as a result, Ollie's won 2-1 to Fontaine. I think his stuck with me.
Okay. This is okay. This is Joe. This is
That's
the very
so
problem
weird,
that we.
I've had that criticism before.
Too sexy
Yeah, people said,
for a number of different things.
yeah, I've had to close off my brain from seeing you or talking to you because you are too sexy. So I can't have you in my life anymore. And also, I'm moving city because you're too sexy.
You won't believe it, but we have a full draw.
No, it's only the first round. We need to total that over the rounds, Dan.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Get some anticipation into this,
Right.
little damage.
So okay. So
Good
you've
level
got
picking after round 1.
You've got 15 seconds, Ollie.
Yeah.
to invent something. Start now.
Hairspray for babies. Babies don't have cool hair. They now do. Done.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. You don't have to use all of the 15 seconds if you've got it. And it's punch out. You know, no, that's what I'm saying. You did it. You did it beautifully. All I'm saying is you can punch out when you want. You got 15 seconds. Use it how you want. I liked Ollie's 10 seconds of thinking, 2 seconds of think, and then punch out early. That was great.
Basically, any time we try and invent or think of anything, something involving hairspray comes. I don't know why that is, but it's just I don't know.
I tell you what. Next turn we're going to rotate Ollie, and we'll start with Russ, so that you get the full amount of time to have a think.
Just before we do, I just kind of realised I've Darren Brown myself.
Oh.
And where's the baby?
Oh, that was from
Dead from CFCs.
The sexy baby thing. Yeah, that's it. I'm literally sat in front of about 6 cans of hairspray. Right, that makes complete sense. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Right, Joe, ready? You got to invent something. 15 seconds. Go.
I've had all that time to think of something, and I've got absolutely nothing. So I'm going to look around the room. Okay, a wardrobe that takes away your wardrobe.
That was amazing. A wardrobe that. Wardrobe. Okay, well, if you've invented a wardrobe.
I have an idea, but that just got me going. So I was like, you know what? Just stick with wardrobe.
And to be fair, I use one. Who doesn't use one? It's a fucking great invention. Well played. Yeah. Okay, Russ, you've got 15 seconds. Invent something. Go.
Okay, the first thing I thought of was CD player.
Brilliant.
But it already exists. So, a car that's a phone.
Ooh, phone car.
5 seconds left.
Is this like a car that's the size of a phone or vice versa?
That's the trick, you see. It's a car that's a phone. So if you need to drive it, you drive and you ring on it. If you need to make a phone call, you use the car.
You have to get in the car.
You have to get in the car.
If for every phone call,
so it's the size of a car. Okay,
you will need 20 miles round trip.
Okay, right, Russell.
It's about 10 miles to warm up, and then 10 miles call your mum, and then back. If it's an answer phone, you will need to travel the full distance.
What's your score, Russ, for Ollie and Joe?
It's 2-1 again. I thought Ollie's burst of inspiration was incredible. I think Joe's burst of inspiration. It was nearly there. It was a burst, but it was just a burst of actual stuff in front of him. That's the key. Ollie had the twist. He twisted it. There was inspiration. Joe had an incredible burst, but it was just seeing something in front of him and labelling it.
Yeah.
To be brutally honest on that one.
How do you know there's even a wardrobe in this room?
You imagined it.
Okay, Joe, what's your scoring for?
If that's the case,
Russ,
actually, I flip it 2-1 to Joe. If he imagined a wardrobe and can prove to us that there is no wardrobe in that room.
Where's the wardrobe, mate? Where's the wardrobe? Look.
Conveniently not turn the phone all the way around. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, has he just done it?
Somewhere.
He's moved it, mate. He's moved it.
Where's Anya?
I think I've proven beyond all reasonable doubt that I invented wardrobes. So thank you very much. 2-1.
Okay, right.
My score. I mean, baby hairspray. I don't know whether it's just because I've got a baby, but I would like that. I would buy that product.
And you would want a phone that's a car. Just to interject you.
When
at
we.
That point. You wouldn't want one. So when these come off the production line, and I've got 5 for mates rates, just to clarify, you don't want one.
Russ, when we dug into it, and you said I'd have to do a 20-mile round trip that's to be honest. Like when you first said it, I thought I'm interested, but when we pressed you on the details, that's when it began to kind of fall down for me.
It's got some development glitches, I will admit, but
just a couple though. I think you took. I mean, what you both did, which is great, was take 2 things and smash them together. I just
All
think
the best
that
ideas. Yeah.
I just think that Ollie's had more legs, and yeah. There we go.
Cool. So Ollie,
There we go.
2, 1. Ollie, what's your scoring then for Joe
Well,
and
my
Russ?
scoring is going to be 2-1 again, weirdly enough. But this time for Russell for the 2, Webby for the 1. Only in the fact because I already own a wardrobe.
But you don't have a phone call.
I don't own a car or a phone car for even that matter. Not even a car, but like a phone car. Yeah, no. I want a phone car now, so that's one that I'm kind of leaning towards, just out of pure lust.
Solid choice.
Okay,
No
right. So
qualms with that one.
the winner of that round was Ollie.
Yeah.
Well done, Fonts.
Okay, let's Ollie.
By the way, just to make it fairer for Fontes as well, you should change up who goes first each time.
Yes,
So that,
yeah. So
Oh, I
this
quite
is
like
you.
the
This is
pressure.
no. I did say I was going to change it, Ollie. You're
okay.
absolutely right, Joe. You're absolutely right. So, Joe, this is you to go first.
Bollocks.
It's all right. One,
I'm doing nice things.
2,
Yeah.
3. Okay, right. Okay. So could you do? Oh, could you do an impression of yourself?
I'm a vegetarian. I eat mainly vegetables. I've got a son. Does anyone know I've got a doctorate? Look at my beard. Does that substitute for a personality?
Right, start the impression now.
That's great. That's done. That's great. That's great. Okay, cool. All right. That was quite mean. You're quite harsh. Okay. So Russ, ready? Impression of yourself. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi guys, I'm here. Honest Russ, as you know. If you need a kindness done to you, I'll sort you out. If you need money lending, just call my name. What do you want me to do? I'll help you out. I'll be there. Friend in need is a friend indeed.
Fonts.
Oh shit! Oh.
Go.
Sponsored by Schwarzkopf. That'll do. Yep. Done.
Great. That's great. Okay. Right. So, Russell, what's your scoring of Joe and Ollie?
Well, on this, I was tricked on this one because I thought Joe hadn't started. I thought it was just talking. I said as much, and for that, I give him 2 points, and Fontaine 1.
Fair. Very fair.
I am the Daniel Day-Lewis of douches.
That's great. That's good. That's tight show title.
Douche Day-Lewis, as people have called me.
Okay. Russ.
Yeah, so same score. I haven't changed my mind. Gonna stick with 2.
Yeah, Joe. What's your score of Russ? Sorry. Sorry, Russ. Sorry. Joe, what's your score of Russ and Ollie? So I'm trying to keep track of. I've got some writing to do, so I'm trying to multitask.
Well, it's a difficult one because Russ certainly sold his impression of himself more, but who did I believe more? I'm afraid it was Ollie. I mean, what lost me was Russ is a friend in need is a friend indeed. I thought he was willfully going out of his way to be unlike himself.
Okay,
why is he torpedoing his chances?
This game is called was called Battle Friends. And Ollie, what's your score?
I don't know. I just quite like the beard bit. Yeah, Webby 2, Russell 1.
Oh, sorry, 2 and 1. Cool. Okay.
I feel really bad about myself after that, though. So
Yeah, I feel a bit
I'm
bad.
glad.
You had to go long to get those 2 points, didn't you?
Yeah, I
dig
really
deep.
did. I really, you know, as I started talking, I really found some things about myself that I deeply disliked, and I feel quite low. So I'm really glad you guys gave me the points because it was all worth it.
Okay, right. This will big you up. Right. So Russ.
Is Joe starting again?
No, it's you this time. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. So
Brilliant.
Russ, could you tell us in 15 seconds the first thing you do if you were king?
First thing I do if I was king.
Yeah.
So, car phone, production. Get it out there. 50 million
Bang.
copies. 1 to each member of the United Kingdom. Baby spray is banned from production. It's an illegal substance. We won't be making that, and we will not be endorsing it as a product.
You're out of there. Okay. So Russ, one. Ollie, could you tell us what you'd do first day if you were king?
First, if I was king, all
First
phone
thing you would do,
cards
sorry.
illegal straight away. And then the ability to eat any animal that you require. Those are my 2 things.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Joe.
I would first day 1. I would execute maybe 20 people just to set a precedent. Like, don't fuck with me. I'm the fucking king. All right. Yeah. And then I would also give 20 people, random people, £50 billion. I'd be like, look, I'm kind, but I will fuck you up.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was good.
right.
Okay. Ollie. What's your scoring for Russ and
My
Joe?
scoring. Wow. There's a baby spray got muted. It's definitely, Webby's going. I like the Caligarian approach to kingdom. So, yeah. 2 Webby, 1 for Russell.
2, 1.
Noted.
Russ?
Well, I was going to give the points to Fontaine the whole way, but when he started speaking and banned phone cars, he dipped way down. So, 2 to Joe, 1 to Fontaine.
Joe's taking it.
1. Okay, and Joe.
I think that's a tough one. I don't remember all of Ollie's pitch, so for that reason alone, I'm going 2 to Russ and 1 to Ollie.
Fair. Yeah. Mine's basically availability of rats to eat and no phone cars.
Okay.
Even though I like phone cars a lot.
Take it in isolation. If you took away Joe, everybody else's, and just cut yours, king for a day, I ban phone cars, I need to eat rats. Does seem a little odd as 2 things to pick.
Okay, right. This is.
But maybe
Okay,
not.
This is the last one.
It's the final round.
Okay.
This is the final round, and this is for double points.
Whoa.
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, Russ is getting a knife out.
3 knives.
Okay.
Is there some juggling gonna happen?
Just say when.
Okay. Well. All right. Okay. Shall I do? Let's do 2 more. Let's do 2 more rounds. I got 1 more round, and then I got this one.
Nah, keep it tight. Do 1 more, because I've got to go.
1 more, double point.
Okay. All right. Okay. Right. So last one. So Ollie.
Physical round.
So this is your. You've got 15 seconds. This is your elevator film pitch. Wait 2 seconds.
Elevator film pitch.
So imagine you had a film pitch that you imagine you had a film in your mind. Imagine you were like a director or a
Like
writer.
a tent.
So
pitch it.
imagine you were a writer
So I've just
of
got
a film.
to film.
Yeah, but you got 15 seconds, and this is it's called your elevator film pitch. Does that make sense?
Elevator.
It's not about.
Where's the elevator coming from?
That's
Am I
entirely a
talking
film.
nonsense? Am I talking nonsense? Yeah, this is your film about elevators.
Yeah, but you said elevator film pitch.
Sorry, no, I'm joking. It's like a description of if you had an opportunity to pitch a film to somebody, yeah, and you were stuck in an elevator with them, you only have a short amount of time, so they call it an elevator film pitch. So imagine that scenario. Okay, you got 15 seconds. Ready, steady, go.
What's up, buddy? You know what I've been thinking about? It'd be really cool if you combined like Spider-Man and Superman and made Super Spider-Man, man. That'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it?
Okay, that's good.
There we go.
That's
That's my
right.
elevator film pitch.
Russell, what's your 15-second elevator film pitch? You don't have to
Okay.
introduce yourself.
So it's a play on an pre-existing film. It's called Top Dog, and it's an elite fighter school of mutts and one is called Muverick, and the other one is called Vilcolma, and they do dogfights in the
Is it
air
done?
with their planes, which are phone planes.
Okay, cool. And Joe, what's your elevator film pitch?
Okay, I'm going to take a slightly different tact. I'm just going to paint an impressionistic futurescape of my vision. Boys, blood, lights, plane crash, survival, sex, boys, blood, sandwiches, survival, redemption, president.
Great, that's great. I give you a little extra time.
President, you did hear I said president at the end. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Okay, good.
We got it.
President.
Okay, right. So, Ollie, what's your score for Joe and Russ?
I mean, if Ross said sex, boys, and blood a lot, he would get number 2. But whether he's going to have to get 2 for that one, it's just got all my favourite things in.
What about president?
Give or take the president.
I just want sex, boys, and blood. Yeah.
Russ, what's your scores?
For the same reason, Fontaine, I have to give 2 because the sex, the boys, and the blood, I'm absolutely into them. But sex, boys, blood, sex, boys, blood, sex, boys, blood. After that much, I feel like I would.
President.
A lovely cheese at the end would certainly be a palate cleanser, but Fontaine had to give 2 and Joe 1 on this occasion.
Okay.
Joe, what's your scores for Rust?
It's very simple. It's 2 to Fontaine for this one because, Super Spider-Man.
Super Spider-Man, man. Yeah,
Super Spider-Man, man. I mean, it speaks for itself. I don't really need to give my rationale.
Okay, I love it. Right, let's add it all together. We've got so many scores. We're all over the place. So.
Quite excited.
3, 5.
Did you throw in the sandwiches as well, that Webs?
I think I did say sandwiches, yeah.
I think that tipped it as well.
That gave it a real sort of homespun, whimsical edge to the boys' blood killing.
Yeah.
There was no killing. That was all implied. That's in your head. Okay. The boys were teenagers, just if anyone's interested.
Oh, what?
It could have been adult men.
You didn't specify.
In my mind, the boys were met like the boys are back in town. You know, like 3 guitarists.
Right.
These were all 17-year-olds on the. It was
The
a coming of they were 17-year-olds on the cusp of adulthood, coming of age tale. The story is old as time.
They started menstruating
Blood sandwiches.
at a picnic.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
They were all
Okay, I'm sorry,
transgender.
gents. We're gonna have to be very quick because we are at a tiebreaker. So, the scoring is Russ is on 13, Joe is on 16, Ollie is on 16. The last round is going to be a head-to-head. Sorry, Russ, and it is who'd play you in the biopic of your life and why. Ollie, you've got Joe, you've got 15 seconds. Ready, set, go.
Okay. Mine would be played by 2. The first half, my younger life, would be played by Matt Watts for obvious reasons. He's better looking than me, but he does have a similar beard. Second half of my life would be played by Owen Wilson because it would merge into a comedy. He's also blonde. Okay.
Ollie, I'm going to give you 20 seconds, because I gave Joe 20 seconds. 1, 2, and we're going to have Russ is going to be part of the voting on this one. Okay, Ollie, you've got 20 seconds. Who would play you in the biopic of your life and why? Go.
I think just Chris Rock. I mean, we've got so many common similarities, personality traits, appearance. It's going to be Chris Rock. Done.
Lovely. Great. 5 seconds to spare. Okay. So, the score is going to be just. I don't know how we do this. Russ, it's going to be you. You're going to be the score. Who do you prefer out of those two?
That's a tough one because Joe really went into detail there. He thought about actors that would be selected by casting directors. These people are paid a lot of money and they're given a lot of respect in the industry to pick the right face that It really, tells that story note for note. Whereas what Fontaine's offering is Chris Rock.
Pretty strong offering.
And Chris Rock's an actor, and presumably he'd learn how to act to be, jibber jabber, tobacco, spooky guy. So on that basis, Fontaine takes it.
Yeah!
Yes.
Chris Rock for the win.
Yeah, it's very harsh judgment, but fair. Harsh but fair.
I quite like jibber jabber, tobacco, spooky guy.
That should be on your like in Chinese or something. You should have like a tattoo of that. That'd be amazing.
It's like, when you might used to be at like nightclubs and you'd be shouting across the cobbled steps, Richard Oliver Fountain, look me up on Facebook, Richard Oliver Fountain. You could just replace that with jibber jabber, spooky tobacco.
Tobacco guy.
And if that movie was made,
Not the other way around, that's
if that movie was made, people would Google it and then it would come up with you.
That'd be the dream. One
I
day.
really
Can't
like
wait to
to
see.
have a spooky tobacco guy. That's the name of the film right there.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This has been Slapback Chat Frat. That's been Mr. Russell Garnett, Mr.
Thanks.
Joe Butterball, and Mr. Spooky Tobacco. Whatever.
Slapback Chat Frat.